it's Ellie Diecast. In this episode, we're going to be taking a look at the cars that are getting shipped off to, in this case, Egypt. And these are going to a good friend of mine, Moodz. You've seen his postings all over the channel and on the Facebook page. Moodz, basically, he asked me to get cars for him here in the States and then ship them back to him over in Egypt. And even with shipping and a fee that I charge on top of it, he can still get his cars for cheaper than he can get them in Egypt, and he can have the newest cars now. So it's been a good deal for all involved. Part of the reason I do these videos is just so I can remember what's in each box, so we make sure that Moodz gets everything in the box. You wouldn't think that that would be an issue, but with customs and opening boxes and looking through them, make sure there's nothing illegal in there as they go through customs. You never know. So this way we know exactly what's cars in which box. But also it lets Moodz know what's on the way, because it'll take about a week for these to get there. So we'll start this off. Skyline GTR R34. This is the blue one. The black one I think is also in here somewhere. These are not in any particular order. Olds Aurora GT3. As I go through these, you'll notice they're from all different years. That's because it doesn't really matter for what we do. And you may be wondering, well, how do I know what Moodz wants? Well, we have a whole system set up. And it's not just Moodz I do this for. It's just Moodz is nice enough to let me show the cars. Some of the guys don't want me showing cars for them. Goldstepper. Actually, two of them. That is the red base coat, yellow and black tampos, and the black base coat, yellow and black tampos. So if you thought they were the same, they're actually just opposite. It's like two different color variations. Goldstepper. I pick these up at shows, and I get them for really whatever price I can get. I try to get the best price I can. Most of the cars you're looking at here were $1, and then I add a small finder's fee on top. Pay for my shipping costs and gas and time and so forth. And I tend to buy a whole bunch of them, or they come in lots, or I buy them on eBay. It really depends. Sometimes I'll buy a lot just because it has something in it that one of the guys I buy for will want, and I'll keep the rest. Sometimes I don't know what they're going to want. Mercedes 380 SEL. Mercedes 380 SEL. And then the guys I buy for, well, they look through pics of those that I post on Facebook, or we put them in Dropbox. We do it different ways depending on where the person's located and what kind of bandwidth they got. And then once they pick a car, Ferrari Testarossa, obviously, the car goes into a Dropbox folder that they buy. So it's kind of like my little point of purchase counter. They drop it in there, and then that car goes in their box, and then everybody has a big old Excel sheet. So that's also on Dropbox, and it's kind of like a tab, and you can see your tab anytime you want, and so you always know what you owe and what's in your box. And different rules for different countries. Porsche 911 Targa on that one. Different rules for different countries depending on how much the box needs to weigh, but basically we try to get tracking so you can track it all the way to your door, and that's usually dependent on the weight. It's usually between 4 and 8 pounds. So like in Moodz's case here, he usually buys about one box worth of cars a month. Box usually weighs about 6 pounds, 7 pounds. That's plenty enough to get our tracking number for free and insurance, so everybody's covered. This is the Mercedes C-Class. That's actually purple with kind of a little tech design on it. Here's a nice one, 80s Corvette. Real nice one. Yeah, once the box is on its way, it only takes about a week to get to Moodz there in Egypt. And he knows where it is. He can track it. Toyota MR2 Rally. So if you're somewhere, maybe even in the US, and all you've got are flea markets or small stores, and they're selling cars like this one for say $5-6. I see this one going for that much all the time. Well, I have a whole lot of stores around me that I could probably get that car for about $1 for you. And it'd be about $1.52 by the time it really got to you. Well, that's not true. Probably be about $2.50 by the time it got to you. This is the custom Corvette. This one has that design on the top of it. This one's probably one of my favorite ones. I almost didn't give this one to you, Moodz. I kept looking at it thinking, I really like that one. This is the Lamborghini Diablo. I'll find another one. I got a lot of shows around me here in Southern California, and I know a lot of guys, and obviously you've seen the videos. I do a lot of trades. We get a lot of bulk lots, so it's just a good way for me to kind of manage everything that comes in. This is a Mini Cooper. By the way, it helps to know if you're interested in, Moodz usually takes these out of the package, but we ship them in the package to protect them. 79 Ford F-150. This one has this cool mantis. This is like the third one we've gotten in here of this one, and every one of them has been bought or sold. So that was another one. I thought, I want one of those someday. Yeah, we'll find another one. It's more important you guys get what you want. I'll find another one. I don't really have collections of this stuff. I'm more of a hoarder. VW Bug, part of the Biff Bam Boom series. We've seen this one before. So you don't ever get anything that you don't want. You pick it all out. It's just like basically a virtual storefront that I build for you. And then there's new cars put in there all the time. You come up with a wish list. Pontiac Fiaro. That's not the only Fiaro in here. 2M4. Corvette Coupe. This is a Corgi car. This is one of the Corgi models that when Hot Wheels bought Corgi, they looped a bunch of the Corgi models back into the main lines. That's one of them with the opening hood. It's a nice car. And so I just dump them in Dropbox, and then you just shop. So the more you buy, the more I kind of pay attention to what cars you want from the shows I go to. 80s Firebird. I think there's some more of those in here. Here's a Classics. Now the Classics cost a little more, obviously, but this one I got for, I don't know what it was, maybe $4, $3, $4, something like that. Oh, Hot Ones. I call it Classics. This is the Hot Ones. Hot Ones. Moodz loves the exotics and the trucks. Some muscle cars. Jaguar XJ220. Mercedes CLK LM. I think we saw another one of those earlier. Porsche 930. So if this is something you're interested in, and I don't really show these as a hard sell. I'm not really a big believer in a hard sell, but I do like buying cars, and I like going to shows, and I like looking for stuff. So if you want me to do that for you, contact me and we can see if it's something that fits your needs. I've been doing that for about 3-4 years now, off and on. Sidekick. This one, the side pulls out. It's pretty cool. All the actions on top, Tampa wise for it. And it's not just Hot Wheels, by the way. It's all the different brands. Moodz tends to really like Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars. This box was mostly Hot Wheels. That's a Hot Bird. I think that's about the 50th Hot Bird we've seen come through here lately. This little Volkswagen Microbus. By the way, Andrew found that one for you, Moodz. I wasn't looking that direction. He saw it. He pointed it out. I told him it'd probably be more than what Moodz wanted to pay. And it was just $1. So, pretty nice. By the way, it is the kids' cars of the year, so makes sense. 1998 first edition. That's the Escort Rally. This one I knew Moodz was going to snatch up, but not in purple. I didn't think he'd snatch up the purple one. There's a white one here somewhere we're going to see that's pretty nice. BMW M1. I think this was the one that you passed up on the brown version of it, if I'm right. The silver version's pretty nice. Gray. Here's the white version of that Mercedes. Or Porsche, sorry. Oh, wait. Did I get that wrong? No, that's right. Yeah, this is the white version. I like the white version. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. We've been doing this for a while. The boxes get there fine. We learned a long time ago not to take the cars out of the packages. If the cars don't come in the package, if I can get them looser or loose for cheaper, and that's what you like, it's all good. We can pack them. But we just found it's easier if customs can see through the boxes. Just a hint for you guys that are sending cars overseas. If you can put the toys or the cars in something see-through, whether it be a plastic bag or blister packs or something like that, and don't wrap them up too much. You know, wrap them up enough to protect them. VW Go. Wrap them up enough to protect them. There's your Diora Moodz. That was that blue one. I asked you if you wanted to keep the blue one and the silver one. This is the blue one, so it's in there too. Yeah, and so customs can see through it. In most countries, although there are a few countries I have had nothing but trouble with, Italy being probably the #1 offender on my list. I cannot get stuff to Italy for the life of me in one piece. All the other countries in the world I've not had trouble with, but Italy. So, yeah, we leave them in the blister packs. Never had a car stolen. Oh, by the way, that was the Dodge Challenger concept. Here's the black version of that Nissan Moodz. Remember, there was another one of these. It was a different Skyline. It was black, and I've been teasing you that they both look the same. So, here is the car that I probably was thinking I may keep. I got it specifically because I know Moodz loves his Skylines. Get a better shot of it. This is a hard car to find. I paid a little bit more for it. I think I paid $3.50 for this, but I've seen this going as high as $10 for this car. And I hardly ever see it at the shows. The collectors hang on to it. Porsche 911. This one may be one of the Corgi models. I know there was some Porsche models mixed into that. Gleamer Patrol. That's a nice one. You know I like the sparkly cars. That's a good one. Splatter paint. This one's a little outside your box, Mood. This 80s Camaro Z28. the polka dot splatter paint on it. That one's a little outside your normal picks. Race truck series. This is the Dodge Ram 1500. Yeah, a lot of these, some of these go back to 99, I want to say. This is 95, yeah. The blue carded cars are 1990. So, you know, cars that in a lot of small towns, every small town probably has a little flea market or a little store on Main Street that'll sell them, but they're going to be asking like $8, $9 for these. And like this one, even that was priced on. That one's $1.50. That's not too bad. I got it for $1. But this one's 50 cents. This one's got a busted up card. I'll tape this guy up so he survives the trip. Another Lamborghini. Lots of Lamborghinis in this. You can see there's a lot of cars in this. This one, Dodge Charger. Is this the one that if it has the silver flames on it, it's worth quite a bit of money? I think it's this one. Pretty sure it is. I don't have the one with the silver flames. Impala. 65 Impala. That's a nice one. A 53 Chevy. Thunderbird. This one, I forgot the story on this one. This one's a Red Line. I think the Red Line was part of the series for that one. There you go. Then we got a few Boulevards here. The Pontiac Firebird. I have one of these myself. It's one of the few Boulevards I've kept over the years. This one is one of my top 5 favorites. That's a nice one. Kind of a Smokey and the Bandit version. Ford Bronco. 85 Ford Bronco. And by the way, if this is something you're interested in me helping you out with, just email me and I'll tell you what the prices were on any of these. I can basically just send you a sample Excel sheet of what these things cost, and they're not always the same price for me. I just don't buy anything if I think it's not a great price. So we just wait until the next show. And then I picked up this Ferrari 5-pack. Got 5 cars in there. This one's still on the shelves for anybody interested. I just noticed that back looks like it opens on that one. That's pretty sweet. Opens up. That's pretty cool. All right, and then 2 loose cars. We've got this little Diora, which this guy's in perfect condition. I'll wrap him up. He's in perfect condition. I've got the ones in the packages I've got, but I haven't looked at the wheel variation. There was a couple wheel variations, and this was the one that you picked with the round wheels, so I didn't want to get mixed up with the others. And then the little Fiero, and yes, I did find it. I still have it, but you can also credit Andrew for that. And I did not think I had it anymore, and so I gave away all my profit on this one by telling Andrew if he went out in the garage and found it, I'd give him $1 because I was pretty sure it wasn't out there. And he found it. It was buried back in behind the cars we chop up for the custom. So you've saved this little Fiero from losing his tires. He thanks you. He'll be in your collection forever. So there you go. Just a look at some of the kind of behind the scenes stuff. This box is going to go out probably Monday or Tuesday. And Moodz will probably have it by next Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. Again, if it's something you're interested in, either just post in the comments or PM me or find me on any of the other sites that I'm on, and we'll talk. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Bye.